2018 FIFA World Cup. Copyright Getty Images. Once again champions left the World Cup early. Mexico and Nigeria. Frustrations persisted. England ended long-running jinx. You will struggle to find anyone who believes the 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia was predictable. Big names tumbling early, unlikely runs to the latter stages, and a few major upsets made sure of that. But in many ways it exactly was that, predictable. Let us guide you through a few of the surprising World Cup trends that just insist on sticking, which played out during 31 days of excitement. However, some well-worn patterns finally came to an end, much to the relief of two teams. Repeated history. Early departures for European holders. It almost seems unbelievable, but Germany's premature exit in Russia, if recent history is to be believed, wasn't so extraordinary after all. Ever since the turn of the millennium, no returning champion from Europe has made it past the group stages. Once is a surprise, twice is a shock, but 4 times. 20 years ago it would have been impossible to fathom. France, winners in 1998, Italy 2006, Spain 2010, and Germany 2014, have seen the title defense come crashing down around them at the first test. Seeing the Albiceleste and the Super Eagles drawn in the same group back in December will no doubt have had some happy memories come gushing back in Buenos Aires. As of late this has become quite the tradition. Ever since the West Africans made the first visit to the World Cup at USA 1994, only one of the 6 tournaments hasn't featured an encounter with the men in blue and white, each time ending in defeat. What's more, every meeting has been decided by just a solitary goal. With Nigeria not having been ahead since the very first meeting in 1994, this year's 2-1 defeat added an extra layer of repetitive pain, as Marcos Rojo scored the winner from the second successive World Cup. Looking at El Tri's recent record at the World Cup presents a mix of the enviable and the maddening. Since qualifying for USA 1994, only 6 other nations have a longer streak of tournament appearances in history, with Russia 2018 taking it to 7 in a row. On top of that, only Brazil are currently on a better run of escaping the group stages, with Mexico making it out every time. However, that is always where their journey ends. The frustration continued at the hands of Selecao this year in Samara, as a 2-0 defeat meant the 5th game will remain beyond them for at least 4 more years. The elimination of Brazil and Uruguay in the quarterfinals confirmed it would be another fruitless trip to Europe for South American sides. It's now 60 years since the last World Cup triumph on the old continent. Find out more in our visual story. The pressure to live up to the heroic team of 1998 has sometimes hung heavy on the shoulders of the Croatian national team. While World Cups have offered slim pickings since, having failed to escape the group stages twice at the European Championships, they slipped at the chance to win a knockout match. With the struggles threatening to become a full-blown complex, particularly for the midfield talismans Luka Modric and Ivan Rakitic, who both missed penalties in a 2008 shootout defeat against Turkey. Beating Denmark by the same means was a cathartic release. Even more so following Modric's penalty miss seconds from the end of extra time. Speaking of catharsis, coach Gareth Southgate's emotional demons looked to depart in a triumphant roar after England won their own shootout against Colombia in the last 16. having lost all 3 of the previous 12-yard duels at World Cups, and won just 1 of 6 at major championships. It was a widely held belief England don't the penalties. Southgate famously missed a crucial one himself in the UEFA Euro 1996 semi-final, so there were few happier than him when Eric Dier struck the winner to buck the persistent trend.